Hi everyone, my name is Ángel Alfonso Rodríguez Salas. This is the evident trees, the evident tree. Today was November 23, 2019. This is the class of contemporary world. Let's go. Important events in the last decade. We have a lot of important events that make a difference in the story of the world, and I put it the most important to myself, or that I consider the most important. The first one is the fall of Berlin Wall. It was on November 9 in 1989 at 6:53 p.m. 5 days after a million people gathered in East Berlin in a mass protest, that the Berlin Wall was dividing the communist East Germany from West Germany crumbled. When a member of the new East German government was asked to the press conference when the new East German trouble law comes into force, and he answered, "Well, as far as I can see, destroy away immediately." In the right of the image, in the right, we can find an image where the all is are where are all the people, and see the word freedom. That I consider that all this protest was in was focused in the word freedom. They want the freedom, and he fight to to her own to her own, like. The second event was the collapse of the World Trade Center. This is this that make great difference in the history of the world. Okay, that's in September 11. Attacks, also referred as 9/11, were a series of four coordinated terrorist attacks by the Islamic terrorist group of Al Qaeda against the United States on the morning of Tuesday, September 11, 2001. The attacks resulted in 2,997 victims, fatalities, and over 25,000 injuries, and caused 10 billion in infrastructure and property damage. Two planes crashed in the World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan, the third one in the Pentagon, and the last one in Washington, D.C. We can find an image in the right part of the presentation that represent the two uh, the two the trade center. Okay, let's go. The third one was the American invasion in Afghanistan and Iraq. Okay, the seven. The 2003 In 2003, the invasion of Iraq was the first stage of the Iraq War. The U.S. military forces later remaining in Iraq until the withdrawal in 2011. The U.S.-led coalition sent 177,194 troops into Iraq during the initial invasion phase, which lasted from 19 March 1 to May 1st, 2003. Okay, let's go. The first US president. On February 4, in 1789, electors chose George Washington to be the first president of the United States. He oversaw the passage of the first 10 amendments, also called Bill of Rights to the United States Constitution, and he also established a cabinet of presidential advisors and appointed the first Supreme Court and District Court judges. Death of Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden, the founder and the first leader of the Islamic terrorist group Al Qaeda, was killed in Pakistan on May 2nd, 2011, shortly after 1 a.m. by the United States Navy SEALs of the United Naval Special Warfare developed group during the operation with the code name of Operation Neptune Spear. Uh, Description of the following terms in the activity put it some definitions, some description, and I will tell you that I understand I can uh, I can comprehend. The globalization. The first one is globalization. The globalization is the word used to describe the growing interdependence of the world economies, cultures, and populations brought about by cross-border trade in goods and service, technology, and flows of investment, people, in information events. First U.S. president and the fall of the Berlin Wall. The second was terrorism. The terrorism, I understand that the unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians in the pursuit of political arms. Some examples was the collapse of the World Trade Center and the death of Osama bin Laden. Next one was unipolar world. The unipolar international politics is a distribution of power in which one state exercises most of the cultural, economic, and the military influence, even American invasion to Iraq. Digital era. The digital era basically is a historical period characterized by the existence of digital technology. And okay, we continue with the answer of the following questions. Why did the globalization emerge? In my point of view, the globalization emerged because of the need of excelling products and goods, basically taking the good thing in one country and sharing it with the other countries in order to be all in the same channel. In most cases, what caused the terrorism attack of 19th century? Okay, the science the end of the Cold War, the terrorist conflict began to arise. They basically formed for the need to provide three things. The first one was to encourage empathy for their own poor situation and sympathy for the cause. The second was demonstrate the inability of the states to provide security. The third one and the last one was to demonstrate the illegitimacy of the state institution. Basically, because they were not compromised with the government and the right obligation given neither within. How does the end of the war related with the unipolar world? Okay, the post Cold War international system is unipolar. The United States defense spending is close to half of global military expenditures. A blue water navy superior to all others combined. A chance at explaining nuclear first strike over its wall full Russian independence research and the developed budget that is 80% of the total defense expenditure of its most obvious future competitor, that is China. How how has the digital era influenced today's society? Okay, in our daily lives, technology is really important in any aspect, really any aspect. Since our TV, computers, cell phones, tablets, and all the electronic devices we use in our daily routine. And sincerely, we can't live without them. Now they are part of our lives and make our routine easier than it was before, giving us information and data. This was the graphic that I used to make to take the information. Thank you for your attention. I hope you learn more that I can learn, and you can, if you are interested, you can like investigate it more deeper and found many things, many information more like better. Thank you and goodbye.